Remember to change your clock? You know, it's so funny because, like, you know, because now everybody has like an Apple clock or a computerized clock, everything changes for you. But back in the good old days. But one of the things that people don't realize is that time was perceived personally for thousands of years. Each town had its own system of time. Like there was no organized time system throughout the world, and it wasn't until railroads and they started connecting towns that we came up with a system of time where everybody was on the same time. So we probably perceive time individually differently. You know, time isn't a construct that everybody perceives it at the same way. We'll talk more about that. Come onto the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat back to your heels. Lift your knees up. Come into downward facing dog. And connect to your Ujjayi pranayama. So that is equal inhales and exhales through the nose. There's restriction at the back of the throat. So it's an audible breath, like an ocean. And this is where everybody gets on the same time because it's a group vinyasa, so we're going to be on the same breath count. So let's set a metronome for your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Engage Mula Bandha. Lift up the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, push seat back to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Now, if you don't want hands on assist or any lotions today, raise a leg and down dog split. I won't touch you. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat onto heels, then lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, slowly walk the feet forward till the feet are flat on the floor, hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet, palms pressing down. So you want to use blocks, or I would use blocks over bending the knees. A lot of times people will bend the knees, but if you're bending the knees, you're not engaging a hamstring, right? You're just kind of bending the knee. Let the head be heavy, back of the neck long. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now soften the knees. Heel toe the feet out as wide as your mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm. Squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Then inhale, gently place the hands on the earth. Lift the hips back up. And then heel toe your feet together till the big toes and heels touch. Now, soften your knees a little bit and step your left foot over your right foot. So your left foot's going to come on the outside of your right foot. Yeah. Yeah, flat on the floor. You're going to cross your knees. Now, put your hands on blocks by your feet. So you want your left foot on the floor. You're not just putting your big toe on the floor. You try and get that heel on the floor. Then straighten your legs and let your head be heavy again. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. You'll feel this stretch happening on the outside of your hips. Exhale, 3, especially on the left side. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now just soften your knees and step your left foot back on the left side. Yeah. Now step your right foot over the left. Put your right foot on the floor outside your left foot. Then extend your legs and then fold forward over your legs. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now step your right foot over to the right. Yeah. Now lift your head and chest halfway. And exhale, bring your hands to your waist, your elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Now press into your feet on your inhale. Lift up and arch back. Move your pelvis forward a little bit. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips and clasp the hands together in a fist behind your back. Now, bend your elbows a little bit and move your scapula towards your spinal column and down, and then extend your arms and lift your arms away from the body, still keeping your chin and chest connected. So you're not going into a forward fold. You're not hinging at your hip crease. You're opening up your shoulder. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your arms, release your hands. On your inhale, bring your right arm across your chest. And then take your left arm and bring your left forearm just behind your right elbow. And then move the right elbow over toward the left shoulder, extending through the right arm, opening up the back of the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then gently remove your right forearm and let your left arm come down. And then switch sides. Bring your left arm across. Bring your right wrist just behind your left elbow. And then kind of push over to the right with your left hand, stretching the back of the shoulder. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then remove your hand. Let your arm come down. Bring your arms up alongside your ears. Interlace your hands together into a single fist. Then turn your palms to face upward and kind of push the ceiling away. So you're stretching through the sides of your shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, side bend over to the left. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift back up to center. And exhale, side bend over to the right this time. Inhale. Keep trying to push the ceiling or the walls away. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift back up to center. And exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, hook your thumbs in front of you. Reach your arms up alongside your ears and arch back. Then exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist, straighten your arms and legs. Inhale, bend your knees, place your hands down on the floor next to your feet, step your right foot back into a lunge. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, and exhale, drop down to your knees, and come sit in Virasana, hero seat. So you can sit on 2 blocks and a blanket, and whatever you need. So hero, you're going to bring your knees together. Your shin bones are going to come in a V shape, and you're going to sit in between your ankle bones. So it's not, Bhadrasana is when you sit on your heels, thunder seat. So they're a little different. And I always say, like, really, use props, whatever props you need to make yourself comfortable. We'll be here for a while. You don't want to be squirming around. Does everybody feel even a little better now? I did a little bit of warm-up. This feels totally different. We're going to chant today. And we're going to chant from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. And we're going to chant from 46, page 46 of your Urban Sadhu chant book. And we're going to chant from 47. So we're going to chant 414 and 428. These two kind of, I mean, all the Yoga Sutras go together, but these two have like a real cool, like, oh, I get it. Aha, as they say in the Buddhist tradition, that aha moment. So 3 ohms. So we'll do this as a call and response. Vastu, Vastu, Samye, Samye, Chitta, Chitta, Bedat, Bedat, Tayor, Tayor, Vibhakata, Vibhakata, Pantaha, Pantaha, Vastu Samye, Vastu Samye, Chitta Bedat, Chitta Bedat, Tayor Vibhakata, Tayor Vibhakata, Pantaha, Pantaha, Vastu Samye, Chitta Bedat, Tayor Vibhakata, Pantaha, Vastu Samye, Chitta Bedat, Tayor Vibhakata, Pantaha. Let's do it one time together. Vastu Samye, Chitta Bedat, Tayor Vibhakata, Pantaha. Good. Now let's look over at page 47, 428. We'll do the same thing. Hanam, Hanam, Esam, Esam, Kleshavadat, Kleshavadat, Uktam, Uktam, Hanam, Esam, Hanam, Esam, Kleshavadat, Uktam, Kleshavadat, Uktam, Hanam Esham, Kleshavadat, Uktam, Hanam Esam, Kleshavadat, Uktam. Together. Hanam Esam, Kleshavadat, Uktam. So whenever I teach from any of the Shastras, I just ask, because I don't assume anything. Is there anybody here who has never explored the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, have never read them, don't know what they are, basically? Okay, so it's a how-to manual. That's all it is. It's a book on how to achieve yoga. It was written about 2,500 years ago, they think. They're not sure. It's obvious that he is taking things from earlier traditions and traditions that are happening at that moment. It's very secular, and he's very concerned with your mind. He's not concerned with your downward-facing dog at all. That's another shastra called Hatha Yoga Pradipika, right? Where it's about the postures and and what you do physically. He's concerned about what's going on inside that little head of yours, and he feels that it's the mental that is keeping you from achieving yoga, not the physical. Okay, so that's important to remember. He doesn't mention asana, but I think 3 times in the whole text. And when he speaks of asana, he's speaking of the seat of meditation, not of a posture that you would go from one posture to the next. He tells you in the final chapter, which is a very interesting name, you should know that name of the final chapter of Kavalapata. Kavala is absolute freedom, meaning there is no more attachments to anything, right? I am free of all of the things that I felt have restricted me all my life, whether it's society, whether it's personal, whether it's external. I have achieved yoga and I am free now. So I am now the Jivan Mukta, right? That would be a Jivan Mukta, living free in my body, living liberated in my own body. And he's assuming that you have achieved yoga if you're reading this chapter, that you kind of understand what he's talking about. So he says, Vastu samye chitta beda tayor vipakata pandahar. Vastu is an object, samya, same, chitta, your mind, bedat, the projections of the mind onto the objects, tayor, a path, vipakata, that they will take that path and Pandaha split, two different directions, right? That an object can go in two different ways, same object, right? So that's translated as each person will perceive and interpret an object in a unique way according to their state of mind. All objects are empty and only appear through the lens of the person projecting onto them. So we're not going to see everything equally, right? We're not going to see things eye to eye. I'm going to have an opinion, you're going to have an opinion, and if I want to be a yogi, I need to accept that you're going to have a different opinion, and I need to quit convincing you that my way is right. Unless you come to me for a teacher, and then I'm going to tell you what to do. That's a different story. You paid me. Then he goes on and he says, Hanam esam kleshavadat uktam. Hanam is abandoning. Esam is an attachment. Kleshavadat is a block or a hindrance. And uktam is to remove. So by abandoning your attachments to preferences and prejudices, obstacles to the practice are removed. Now he's telling you this at the very end because he knows that that idea of what I like and what I don't like is going to creep in. It's very hard to get rid of the ego, right? But he's saying to you, challenge yourself to realize that one, not everybody's going to agree, and number two, your preferences and your prejudices are going to cause you to create an argument about that. So even like with time, like very interesting, today is a time when we like change the time. But like I said before, until the Industrial Revolution, and when there were train systems, everybody had their own sense of time. My watch was different from your watch. And you couldn't argue with me that my time was not the same as your time. So when we talk about people showing up on time, this is a new revolution, right? Like people, like everybody was always late or always early according to like their own sense of time. Trains made that different. Trains said, okay, so got to be a schedule. If we're going to get to Wichita, we got to get it to Wichita at 12:45, okay? We can't get there at our 12:45. Because we have people waiting on the train station. So that changed the way we think about time. Now, we don't have train systems anymore, really. They derail all the time. And, you know, we're back to this kind of like, my time, your time. So whose time is right, right? You can't really argue. I mean, you can set a time for like the schedule here that the class is going to start at 10 o'clock. That's when the class is going to start. You can't argue about that because that's, here again, you're paying me to do the class. But person's perception of time, they thought that they got up this morning and it was 9 o'clock. It was really 8 o'clock, right? But they thought it was 9 o'clock. To them, it was 9 o'clock for a split second. Very interesting. You're not going to change that perception, but what you can do is recognize that other people have a different perception than you, and accept that, and then be at peace with that. Fold up the chant book, place it to the side. I'll come by and pick it up. Come onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Reconnect to your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Extend your right leg back, giving your right knee a break. Then drop down to your right knee. Extend your left leg back. Give your left knee a break. Then drop down to your left knee. Push your seat to your heels. Lift your knees up. Downward dog again. Give both knees a break. Good. Come forward to a plank. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urvan Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees. Walk the feet forward till the feet are in between the hands. And exhale, fold over the legs. And then inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Bring the hands to the waist. Exhale, press into the feet. Inhale, lift up and arch back. And exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Bring the hands together in prayer and set an intention for the practice today. Maybe being able to see things from a different perspective, a different point of view, letting go of prejudices, preferences, ideas of how the world should and should not work. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, reach the arms up alongside the ears and arch back, straight legs. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back into lunge, look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank and look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step the left foot forward between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward next to the left and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Come stand in between the blocks. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a single fist, straighten the arms and legs. Straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet next to the block on the blocks. Step the right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Stay on the blocks. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat onto heels, and lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between your blocks. Notice how easier that is. Exhale, left foot next to right and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, reverse the flow of energy. Arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, put your hands on the floor blocks, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Exhale, step, jump back, walk back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, turn left heel down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the floor block, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, come up, warrior one breath. Exhale, hands down to the floor block, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between your hands. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up, Tadasana. Bring your feet together. They just keep getting wider and wider and wider, right? Feet together. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put your hands on the floor blocks, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now this time it's going to be a little different. On your inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Now exhale, push through your left heel. So you're not turning your left heel down. You're coming into a lunge this time. It's different. Inhale, lift your torso up, arms alongside your ears, high lunge. Now notice if you're bending your back knee. I don't want you to bend your back knee. Push through your left heel. On your inhale, extend your right leg and lift your left heel away from the floor like and feel the squeeze at the pelvic floor. Now don't bend your left knee. Bend your right knee and push through your left heel. Yes. On your inhale, extend your right leg, lifting your left heel away from the floor. Then exhale, bend your right knee, push through your left heel. Feel the engagement of the post-anterior chain. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the hands together in prayer and twist over to the right. Bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Keep your left leg active. So don't drop into your left knee and hip. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, lift the torso up. Bring your arms alongside the ears, high lunge again. Then exhale, put your hands on the floor blocks and step back, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, push through your right leg all the way to the heel. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside the ears, high lunge. Exhale, find your grounding. Inhale, extend your left leg as you lift your right heel away from the floor and squeeze at the pelvic floor. Then exhale, bend your left knee, push through your right heel without bending your right knee. Feel the post-anterior chain of the right leg. Inhale, extend, lift the right heel away. Exhale, bend, push the heel away. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend, bring the hands together in prayer, twist over to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Keep pushing through your left heel. You're not bending your left knee. Inhale. Exhale, one. Post-anterior chain is engaged. Exhale, two. We're going to come back and revisit this. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside your ears, high lunge. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel down, come up, warrior one. One breath. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reach toward the center of the room. Right hand on your right shin. Left arm lifts up, looking at the left thumb. Now, what you want to make sure is that your back foot is turned in a little bit. So turn that foot toward your mat so that there's an inward rotation of your back leg. Now, what happens is most people put too much weight in your right hand, and you lose Mula Bandha. So I'm going to get you to engage Mula Bandha. On your inhale, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Exhale here. Inhale, bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Notice if you had to lift your torso up and engage something in the center of your core to do that. Don't collapse and triangle. Exhale 1, you're like the bent pyramid of Khufu. Exhale 2, the Egyptians abandoned that. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, on your inhale, lift the torso up. Good. Exhale, lower your arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, look at your right index finger, and exhale, bend your right knee, warrior 2. Right knee is going to be over right ankle, so you want a nice wide stance. I would move this foot forward, don't move that back one. Exhale 1, now point that back toe toward me. Exhale 2, better. Inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. Now on the inhale, extend the right leg 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend the right knee. Place the right hand inside your right foot. It can go onto the floor or block, but you want the palm flat. Now you're going to move your right shoulder into your right knee and lift your left arm straight up. Extended angle B. So A, you point the fingers toward the center of the room. B, toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, try to bend your right knee a little more so your right thigh is parallel to the floor. So if you're tall, you're going to have a wider stance than that. You're taller than I am, and that's the kind of stance I would have. That's like a 5-foot tall person's stance. Be generous. Look like you guys are about the same height. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, place your left hand down. Now come onto the ball of your left foot. Now you're closing the left hip. It's been open the whole time. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Move your back foot forward about halfway. About halfway. So now your left toes are pointing toward the center of the room. They're not turned out anymore, or not at that angle anymore. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull your right hip back, and then exhale, fold forward over your extended right leg, Parvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest halfway. Bring your left arm in front of your right shin. Put your left hand on the floor or block outside your right foot. Now you can use the block, but just keep your left block over there. Take your left hand, put your left hand on your right block. Now you want your forearm and your shin to touch. So left forearm gets nailed into right shin. Then bring your right hand to your right hip. So your back foot wants to stay down, Francine, so step this foot forward more. Shorter stance. Now lift your right arm straight up and look at your right thumb. Rotated triangle. Yeah. So the forearm touches the shin. The back heel has to be down so you're grounded, and the right shoulder moves forward as the right hip moves back. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Press into the right big toe mound. Inhale. Go back over there. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Frame your right foot with both hands. Then exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Just that simple. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Right heel turns down. Come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Now here, if I told you your stance was too short, move your foot forward here. So be more generous. Then reach forward toward the center of the room, place your left hand on your left shin, raise your right arm up. And we're going to do that same thing over here. You're probably more aware of what you're doing in your core though this time. On your inhale, bring your right arm alongside your right ear, the top arm. Exhale here. Inhale, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Notice if you had to lift your torso up, you're collapsing, use your core. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your arms parallel to the earth. Inhale, look at your left index finger, and then exhale, bend your left knee, warrior 2. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale. Exhale 1. So you want a nice wide stance. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, extend left leg, 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend your left knee. Left hand inside the left foot. The right arm's going to reach straight up. Left shoulder's going to touch left knee or thigh. And the shoulders are going to pull back to the left. So you're opening up the adductor of the left thigh. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, place your right hand down. Now come onto the ball of your right foot. Yeah. Now, as you come onto the ball of your right foot, straighten your left leg and move your back foot forward until your back foot's flat on the ground. You don't want to be on a tightrope, and you don't want to be crumpled. So if you're crumpling, what am I going to do? I'm going to take blocks, put them underneath my hand so I can straighten this back leg. Good. Now lift your head and chest, pull your left hip back, and then exhale, fold forward over your left leg, Parvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift your head and chest. Now bring your right arm in front of your left shin. Your right forearm is going to touch your left shin. You're going to put your right hand on the outside of your left foot. Use it on the block. Then you're going to take your left hand to your left hip. Now you're going to pull your left hip back and activate this quadricep, because if you bend the knee, you're falling already. On your inhale, lift your left arm up and look over your left shoulder, moving your shoulder forward and your hip back. Push through the back of your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good for you. Gently place the left hand down. Frame your left foot with both hands. And then exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Good. Now, time is about direction, right? Direction, moving forward. On your inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. And then exhale, push through your left heel. So you're in a lunge. On your inhale, lift your arms up alongside your ears. Now, this time, interlace your fingers together and bring your index fingers pointing toward the ceiling in Kali Mudra. Kali is time. Now from here, you're going to start to tip at your hip crease and bring your torso parallel to the floor. You're going to move more weight into your right foot and start to lift your left foot off the floor, coming into directional seat. Different from warrior 3, but similar in that the legs lifted and your torso is parallel to the floor. Inhale, good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Now listen. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands, gently place your left hand on the floor underneath your left shoulder. Use a block if you need to. Inhale, reach your right arm up, look over your right shoulder, rotated half moon. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Let's raise the block up higher. Exhale, 3. There, and you won't have to bend the knee. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on your inhale, place your right hand down. Now start to look forward. Okay, look forward, because time's moving forward. Start to bring your left knee toward your chest. Yeah. Then as you do this, start to push into your right foot and lift your shoulders up, bringing your left knee into your chest. So take your hands off the floor, Emmy, and bring your shoulders up and bring your left knee into your chest. Stand up. Bring your left knee into your chest. Left knee into your, now give your left knee a hug. Yeah. Now soften your right knee and wrap your left leg in front of it, kind of like we did in the warm-up. Hook your left foot behind your right calf. Now reach your arms out to the side like angel wings. Good. Now bring your right arm forward, bend your right elbow. Bring your left arm underneath the right and bring the hands together in prayer. Now hinge at your hip crease and sit deeper, fold forward. Bring your left elbow in front of your left knee. Garudasana. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your shoulders up, unfurl your wings, open up the wings to the side. Then bring your left knee into your chest, give your left knee a hug, and exhale, place your left foot on the floor next to the right. I was going to do a hand balance, but I decided to go wait on that. All right. Oh, that was hard enough. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat, but I got to get you back to the back. And then exhale, put your hands on the floor, extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dhanasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now on the left side, on your inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands into a lunge. Exhale, push through your right heel. So post-anterior chain's really working. Lift the torso up, bring arms alongside the ears, interlace the fingers together. Hands in Kali Mudra, time. Then start to tilt forward so your torso is parallel to the earth. Shift weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot off the floor, extending both legs and pushing through the heel. Directional seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now release the mudra. Place the right hand on the block underneath your right shoulder. I like a block. Then inhale, lift your left arm straight up. Look over your left shoulder. Rotated half moon. Inhale, keep that right leg lifted. Exhale, 1. Try not to bend your left knee or you're falling. Exhale, 2. So extend through the post-anterior chain. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift up through that left leg. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, place your left hand down. Now look forward. Bring your right knee through your arms. Come stand up, bringing your right knee into your chest, giving your right knee a hug, transitioning. There you go. Then bend your left knee. Wrap your right leg in front of the left. Hook your right foot behind your left calf. Then open up your arms like wings. Bring your left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Bring your right arm underneath the left and bring the hands together in prayer. Then lift your head and chest and exhale, hinge at your hip crease, fold forward. Bring your right elbow in front of your right knee. Garudasana, eagle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Open up the arms like angel wings. Good. Then bring your right knee into your chest. Give your right knee a hug. And then exhale, place your right foot on the floor next to the left. Tadasana Mountain Seat. Good for you, everybody. Now, everybody, step away from the front of your mat about 2 feet. Now, bring your big toes and heels to touch. So feet together. Bring your hands together in prayer. On your inhale, lift high on the balls of your feet. Yeah. Press your inner heels together. That inner heel pressing together is going to keep your ankles from wobbling. Tiptoe asana. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. As you bend your knees, keep your shoulders over your hips as you come down. Keep Mula Bandha engaged. Don't let go of Mula Bandha or your knees are going to crackle and pop. Now, start to open up your knees. Place your hands on the floor. Your hands are about 3 inches in front of your feet, not too far ahead. Then squeeze your upper arm bones with your knees or put your knees in the back of your armpits. That's even better. Start to tilt forward, bending your elbows. Put weight into your hands. Lift your little toes off the floor, coming into crow. Bakasana. If the elbows are bent, if the arms are straight, I think it's a crane. But it's a bird. So we can argue whether it's a bird or a crane or a crow, but it's a bird. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good Sybil. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, place your feet on the floor and come sit down. Good for you. Extend your legs out in front of you. On your inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward, hold on to the feet, Paschimottanasana. So much of our lives is spent on going around developing what we think we like and what we don't like. In fact, most of the time, a lot of the things that we think we like and we think we don't like, we never have really fully investigated them. Society tells us that we like them and we don't like them. Our family tells us we like it, we don't like it. Parents, grandparents, just traditions that we don't really question. The beautiful thing about yoga isn't about dismantling those things. Yoga is about getting you personally to think it out. So you start to kind of self-analysis and start to think, okay, how have I been kind of groomed to see the world in a certain way that maybe is not allowing me to be at peace with the world? And maybe if I can change my perspective and the way I see the world, then I can internally change how I'm dealing with the world, and I can be more peaceful. A Shanti being instead of a Ashanti being. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana, staff seat. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, step the right foot on the outside of your left leg. Yeah, flex your left foot. Inhale, lift your left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Look over your right shoulder at the wall behind you. Adva Matsyendrasana. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist left. Inhale, come back to center. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start to bring your right heel back towards your left hip. And you're going to bring the knees on top of each other. Right? So now this would be considered a half cow. This is a half cow. It's not a full cow yet. It's a half cow. So your heel's going to come all the way back. Your knees, because you have bad knees, right? So watch out with your knee, but relax through your thigh. And then flex this left foot. Twist your torso over the left leg. And the next exhale, fold forward, hold on to the left foot. Yeah. Good. So a little half cow face, because the bottom leg's extended. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. So Francis, bottom leg is going to extend. Exhale 3. So this leg's extended right now. Exhale 4. So straighten that leg out. Left leg, bottom leg, straight out. Yeah, come on out with that leg. Yeah, we're working on something. There you go. Exhale 5. Okay. Now on your inhale, lift your head and chest. So I know I'm kind of going for something here. So I'm working for you to come into Padmasana. So if you I'm trying to get the outside of your hip open. Take your hands, scoop up your right heel, and bring your right heel on the outside of your left hip. Yeah. Now, for some people, tightness in the hip, you may not get the foot back enough, but you're going to relax, lift the heel up, and just bring it back as far as you can. Now, if this is where you are, you're going to take a belt. You're going to take this belt and you're going to put it around the front of your right foot. And then you're going to hold it and you're going to hold on and reach back with your right hand and grab the belt. Some of you can take your right hand behind you and grab your right big toe. But your right heel is going to come onto your left hip. There. And then your knees are going to squeeze together. They're going to squeezy toward each other. Then you can take this belt, put this around the foot, then take your right hand behind you and grab the belt. Now, lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Then exhale, fold forward and hold onto your left foot. So you're coming more into a lotus shape now because the heel is coming all the way to the outside of the opposite hip. Exhale 1. In, I know it's a devil. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. You can just hold on your shin. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest and release your right big toe or release the belt. Lift your right knee up. Give your right knee a hug. And then extend your right leg out in front of you. Good. Now, let's do this on the left. Bend your left knee into your chest. Place your left foot on the outside of your right leg. Then lift your right arm up. Flex your right foot, and then exhale, twist over to the left. Adva Matsyendrasana first. Nice deep twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, center. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to move your left foot up towards your right hip. You're not going to, first we're going to come into half cow face. So the foot's going to come out a little bit, and you're going to come out to the side, and your knees are going to stack on top of each other. Yeah. So now you're going to flex the right foot, lift the head and chest, and fold forward. Step 1, right? This one you don't have the bind. You're just folding forward. And the knees are kind of squeezing together. Just like in Garudasana, there's a brahmacharya going on. There's a squeezing in the pelvis and the thighs. Exhale 1. Inhale. So you should feel the adductors, the muscles inside your thighs squeezing. Exhale 2, so that you're stretching the outside of the left leg. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now lift the head and chest. Now this time you're just going to take your left heel and you're going to scoop it up in your hand. You're going to try to bring the left heel onto your right hip. That hip bone way up here. If you can't get it, it's okay, but you're just moving it off the floor and up a little bit. Now, if you can bring your left hand behind you and grab your left big toe. Or take a belt, wrap it around the front of your left foot, and then take your left hand behind you, hold on to the belt. That's the other way of doing this. There you go. Then, once you have that belt, pull the heel a little closer to the hip, flex the left foot, and then exhale, fold forward. Right? Yeah. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good for you. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Release your left big toe. Lift your left knee up. Give your left knee a hug. And then extend your left leg out. Okay. From here, everybody grab your blanket and put your blanket down. You're going to come sit on your blanket. What I want you to do is I want you to sit your sit bones on that rolled edge. You don't want to have all those like layers. You want to have your two sit bones right on that rolled edge so it gives you a little more space. Now, if you have two blankets, you can sit on two blankets. The tighter that your hips are, set on more blankets. That's what I would suggest. If you have like crazy tight hips, set on two blankets. Make more space. Okay? Now, when it comes to lotus, there's always this like misconception, because like back in the old days, everybody says right leg, right leg, right leg. It doesn't matter which leg you use. In fact, it's good to switch up which leg goes first, okay? So with your legs extended, let's just try it on the left side first. On your inhale, bend your left knee into your chest. Give your left knee a hug. Now open up your left knee and bring your left heel over to your right hip. Yeah. And you want to get it up as high as possible. Now, some people are going to come into a half lotus. That is perfectly fine. Half lotus means that you're going to bend your right knee and bring your right ankle underneath your left hip. For other people, you can bend your right knee and bring your right foot on top of your left hip. Coming into a full lotus or a half lotus, both are phenomenal. Okay? Half lotus is good, full lotus is good. Now, in lotus, you're going to see the soles of your feet. You're going to stay in that half lotus. You're going to relax this foot back a little bit. Put this foot on the ground. Good. Now just bring your hands by your hips. Lift your head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Walk your arms out in front of you. It's okay. Breathe. Yes. Don't rush this process. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, and inhale. Lift your head and chest up. Walk your hands back. Now, this is so wonderful. This is the mother of all hip openers. Okay, place your hands on the floor. Now, start to lift your hips up and come onto your knees. Woo! So just lift your hand. There you go. Yeah, look at there. Now, here, you can even balance on your knees if you're in full lotus and bring your hands together in undulating mudra. That's nice. Just kind of find a little balance. It's kind of crazy. But after you played around with this balancing, put your hands on the floor and walk your hands forward and lay down on your belly. Staying in your lotus. And breathe. Inhale. Now, if you're in half lotus, you can still do this with a half lotus. You can. Exhale, 1. Inhale. You just can't do the knee thing. You can't balance on your knees. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3, or just stay in your half lotus too, that's fine. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now walk your hands back, push into your hands, lift your shoulders, come back onto your knees. You can come and play around with your balance on your knees for a second, bringing your hands in undulating mudra for a second, and then you can sit down. All right. Now, your right leg, since we started with the left, lift your right knee up, extend your right leg out, be gentle. Then extend your left leg out, shake out your legs. Good for you. Yeah. I like working on lotus. Lotus is actually pretty hard for some people. It's one of those kind of things that if you've if you come from a culture that sits on the floor, it's really easy for you because your hips are different. They've been opened differently. If you sit in chairs all the time, it can be really difficult. All right, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Take your hands behind you 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing forward. Chin into chest. On your inhale, lift your hips into tabletop, neutralizing everything. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down. Now, if you need to, you can move your blankets off to the side. This is so easy. Cross one ankle over the other. I don't care which one. Roll over your shins. Step back to a plank and lower all the way down onto your abdomen. There you go. All right. Squeeze the legs together. Make one leg. Reach the arms back toward the wall behind you. And as one unit, lift your head, chest, legs, and arms. Locust, Shalabhasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now lift your shoulders higher. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Relax. Rock out the hips. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Pull the navel toward the spine. If you're going to hold on to the inside of the ankles, make sure your eye of the elbow is facing the outer wall. Notice how that's different on your shoulder. On your inhale, kick your feet into your hands, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release the feet. Rock out the hips. Second time. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. I like those Cucamonga straps. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release, and rock out the hips. A little of the vinyasa. Bring the hands by the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down, roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet hips width distance apart, parallel. You're going to keep your feet on the ground for right now. We're still doing back bends. On your inhale, lift your hips, your lower your middle back, clasp your hands together in a fist. Half bridge. Now, here, imagine that you're lifting your chest up too, not just your pelvis. Then, release your hands, come down, the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. You can stay in this half bridge. You can come into a supported half bridge, placing a block underneath the sacrum. Or you can experience upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. As one unit, on your inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms, extending the arms. Coming into upward bow seat. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So keep your feet on the floor because we're still going to do 2 more of those. Don't bring your knees into your chest till we're done with all the back bends. Now here's this, in some places they do the opposite. They bring the knees into the chest right after each one. The theory is from my teachers. This is the way my teacher said. They said that you're all of a sudden going into a forward fold and then a back bend and a forward fold and a back bend and a forward fold and a back bend. That your nervous system is confused. These upward bows are so intense. If you want to neutralize your spine, do a twist. Let your knees go back and forth, or drop your knees over to the side and do a twist instead of bringing the knees into the chest. Okay? Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On your inhale, come back up, upward bow again. Exhale, 1, or half bridge. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper and the middle of the lower back. Now we're going to do one more. So if you want to neutralize your spine, windshield wiper your knees back and forth like windshield wipers. Yeah, that twist, but it doesn't. It's not going into a forward fold. Bring your knees into chest. You're in a forward fold all of a sudden. Last time, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. On the inhale, come up again. Exhale 1 or half bridge. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin in the chest, come down the upper, middle, lower back. Good for you. Now bring your knees into your chest. It's over. Woo! You can neutralize the spine now by doing that, but we're not going to do any more back bends. A little twist, bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder, twisting a little deeper. Reclining twist. Here again, this is all neutralizers. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. And then exhale, counter twist over to the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Now, place the feet on the floor and open up the knees to the side, coming into goddess. From here, you can stay in Supta Baddha Konasana, or what we sometimes call goddess. You can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani, or you can come into Salamba Sarvangasana, all supported limb seat, shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, legs up the wall, or goddess. If you're coming into shoulder stand, I like blankets underneath the shoulders to protect your neck. Not everybody likes that, but if you want to try with props, I'm here to help you. So let's do it like this. So take the rolled edge. Take the rolled edge, put that at your shoulders. Then we're going to fold your mat over so that your elbows are on sticky mat, not on fabric. And you're going to put your head on the bamboo floor. So go down just a hair, a little bit toward me. Perfect. Now we're not pressing into here at all. Okay. Now you can take your legs overhead. Have you ever done it that way? No. Like with the padding. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. So the idea is that you're not... Okay, guys, come up for a moment. Let's come down. The idea with the prop is that you're not putting more pressure in your neck. So you're going to take the prop, we're going to put it here like this, and fold your mat, and then your head is on the bamboo floor, your shoulder is right here. Okay, so that you're not, but Francis, you're gonna let's unfold it a little bit. It's a little like an unmade bed. We want a nice, neat bed. Now put your head here and your shoulders there. See, isn't that nicer? Yeah. The idea is that you're not putting pressure into your neck, your cervical spine. Now play around with this, with your legs in the air. Soften your knees, bend your knees just a little bit. Wrap your left leg in front of the right leg. See if you can hook your left foot behind your right calf. Like an eagle's legs, upside down. Yeah. Now, start to hinge at your hip crease and see if you can bring your knee onto your forehead. With your legs like an eagle. Ah, isn't that cool? And then lift your legs back up and unwrap your legs and switch legs. So whichever leg wasn't on top, put that one on top. Then see if you can hook your foot behind your calf and then hinge at your hip crease and see if you can bring the opposite knee onto the forehead. Then start to lift your legs back up and unwrap your legs. And then flex both your feet and bring your toes onto the floor behind your head. Both feet. Yeah. And then see if you can clasp your hands together in a fist behind you and move your arms toward the wall behind you. Balance. Plow. Now, see if you can bend your knees and bring your knees up by your ears. And see if you can bring the tops of the feet onto the floor and the shins to the floor. Karnapidasana. Then put your hands on the floor toward the wall behind you and slowly come down one vertebrae at a time, letting your hips touch the floor and extending your legs out in front of you. Good. Now, from here, if you have padding underneath your shoulders, unfold your mat, move the blanket off to the side. Then lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head, balancing on the sit bones, the top of the head and the elbows. Matsyasana, fish. Then press into the elbows, bring the chin into the chest, and slowly come down. And as you slowly come down, bend your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug. Then gently roll over to the right side and come into a child's seat. So in child's seat, your forehead can rest on the ground for a second. Now we're going to practice Salamba Shirshasana, or supported head seat, for a little while. So headstand. So from here, turn your palms to face upward like you're catching raindrops. Then start to interlace your fingers together, making one fist. Place the top of the head on the floor behind your wrist crease. Tuck the toes under, lift your knees up, walk your feet forward. As you walk your feet forward, your hips are going to come over your shoulders. You can stay there with your feet on the ground. You're in an inversion, your heart is above your head. Okay? If you would like to move further, you can bring your knees into your chest, your heels toward your seat, lifting your legs up toward the sky, extending your legs, coming into a supported head seat. If you're working on it, just keep working on it. It's okay to be having the feet on the floor. Nothing wrong with that. Building a little core strength. So this looks good, but I'm going to make one adjustment. So I'm going to put my knee here, and I'm going to move your chest back and walk your feet forward. So you're not rounding here, because what's going to happen is as you start to practice this, you're going to want to collapse in the shoulders. Like now, there you're pushing the floor away from you, and you're extending through your neck and spine, instead of rounding and collapsing. And we always practice inversions for 5 minutes shoulder stand, 5-minute headstand here. It could be forearm stand, it could be handstand, but it's a 5-minute inversion practice. You're still confused on how to do it, right? Okay. I want to try it this way with you. Hold on. I think it will help you to become a little bit more about where your hips are. Okay. Move your mat to the wall. Okay. No, because you should be pressing into your forearms. And I should be able to slide a piece of paper underneath your head. So put your shoulders on here and put your head into the well. No, face it. Come onto your hands and knees. Come onto your hands and knees. Yes, and put your shoulders here and your head in the well. Shoulders here. Your hands are going to be flat on the floor behind here. Your head is going to be in the well. Now lift your knees up. Now walk your feet forward toward the wall. Now bring a knee into the chest. Keep your hips lifted. Don't lower your hips. You're going to come into an inversion. Now lift your leg. Don't push into me. Push. Don't open your hip. Lift your other leg up. Now lift your legs up. Lift both your legs up. There you go. There you are. Now you're in an inversion. Good. So you feel the energy going up, which I don't think that idea you're not getting it yet, because you're kind of collapsing into it as I'm watching you. So, and there shouldn't be pressure here. It should be light. There should be a lightness. So don't jump and kick. Don't jump and kick. Bring your knee into your chest. Push against me. Don't open your hip. Lift your other leg up. Lift your other leg up. Lift it up in there. Yeah. Now lift one leg up. Straighten your other leg. Straighten your other leg. Lift it up like you're coming up. Yeah. Lift them. Bring them together. Bring both your legs together, and straighten your legs instead of bending at your hip. There you go. Look at there. All right, if you're still in your headstand, you can slowly start to come down and rest in child's seat. Just hinge at your hip crease and put your feet on the floor. Same way you came back up. Wall's there. There you go. Look at there. And you can reach back and hold onto your ankles. Good for you. Yeah. You can also do that with chairs. Chairs work for that. You can take 2 folding chairs, put them seat to seat, and do that same thing. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Oops. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On your inhale, lift up, and let's set up for Shavasana, corpse seat. So here you can put a blanket underneath the knees if the lower back is tender. You can place a blanket on top of you if you're a little cool. Lay down and allow your breath now to breathe the body. So you don't have to breathe in any special way anymore. And allow the body to become heavy, releasing Mula Bandha. And now just allow the whole body to just be absorbed into the earth completely. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretching the arms overhead and stretching the arms and legs in opposite directions. Stretch the right side more than the left. Stretch the left side more than the right. And stretch both sides simultaneously. And then bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So you can sit on blocks, you can sit on blankets. And once you've found your seat, commit, find stillness. Your palms can rest on your thighs, upward or downward, or both in your hands in your lap. And begin to close the eyes. Allow the breath to deepen again, not Ujjayi pranayama, but just breath awareness, deep, full, enjoyable inhales and exhales. And start to draw the senses inward, focusing in mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. Om. And then silently to yourself, as you exhale, chant to yourself the mantra Om. So you're not going to chant with me. Om. Inhaling Om and exhaling Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in prayer, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Just a couple of quick announcements. On April the 29th and 30th, my friend Brent Bevel will be here doing a Reiki Level 1 and Level 2 teacher training. This is, you will be able to learn how to perform Reiki first on yourself and then on someone else. Then he'll come back later on in the year and do the master teacher training. But that's 2 days. It's about 6 hours each day. I'm excited. I'm going to be in that teacher training. Then in May the 6th, we're starting our 75-hour Gateway Urban Sadhu Yoga teacher training. Also, at the end of the month, the last Sunday in the month, Michael Brown and I will be doing our Soundscape. Don't miss that with those CBD and THC gummies. Yes. You can just lay there and listen to us play those gongs. All right. Be loved, be vegan. I will see you next time.